I'm 24 years old. I've been at war with the purpose conversation for my whole life. And if you're less than 24 years old, or if you're older than 24 years old, or if you're 24 years old yourself, this is the single thing that has like helped me the most with this whole stupid like what do I do with my life question, because I think it's harder for our generation than it ever has been before, because there's so much exposure to information, there's so much exposure to opportunity, and it's like we can literally do anything in this day and age. So how the fuck are you supposed to know what to do? Ignore my black eye. Yes, I have a black eye. Don't worry about it. The thing that has helped me through every stage of navigating this process, navigating my career, navigating my academics, navigating my travel desires, navigating my relationships, be an active participant. How can I be an active participant? How am I actively participating in my life? How am I engaging? How am I putting myself out there? How am I experimenting? How am I doing the things I want to do instead of like thinking about doing the things I want to do? How am I actually getting the information I need to move on to the next thing through experimenting and pattern recognition and through putting myself out there and letting myself fail? Just the term active participant, that means something different for everybody. I know what that means to me. Like just that term, actively participating in my life. How do you actively participate in your life? I can like sense exactly what that means. I know when I'm not actively participating. I know when I'm wasting time. I know when I'm like on the internet and thinking about things instead of doing things. I know when I'm over processing in my journal instead of like going out and putting myself out there and exposing myself to failure. I know when I'm having fun and I'm loving life and when I'm just like meh, going through the motions. And not every part of life needs to be a highlight reel. This is the best day ever. But every day I should be actively participating. And I know exactly what that means. I think that everybody knows what it means to be an active participant in their life. And when you shift the focus to being an active participant instead of focusing on like, am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right choice? Am I going in the right direction? You kind of like relieve the anxiety that comes with those questions, because those are questions we just don't fucking have the answers to. Because you have to like go through things and figure them out and get the real information from your life patterns and experiences and like your relationship to those experiences before you're able to get that information anyways. So trying to like on the front end be meticulous about like, okay, I want X thing. How am I gonna get it? Am I gonna do the right thing to get it? Just doesn't ever work. Like it keeps me stuck, and it keeps me stuck in a way where like I'm no longer actively participating. I'm no longer out in the real world. I'm getting the joy that comes from going out there and trying and fucking around and finding out. Actively participate in your academics, in your career, in your relationships, in your travel experiences, in your daily routines and habits, in your fitness routine, in your family life, in your like cleaning your room in the morning, like just actively participate. I kind of said a whole lot of nothing with a lot of words. The cool thing too about actively participating is that even when you do fuck up or you make the wrong decision, at least you know that you tried, like you were actively participating. I wish I had a different word to describe actively participating, because I feel like I could like describe it more dynamically if I had written about this video idea first. But this is just what helped me, because when I put all this pressure on like, am I doing the right thing with my life, like am I wasting my life, it just doesn't work. I think our generation is the first to have such extreme anxiety in their 20s. I think older generations also had a hard time in their 20s, like figuring things out. But at least older generations weren't constantly exposed to like everybody figuring it out at the same time and like everybody doing different things. And then being aware of like, yo, you can literally do any of those things. Which are the ones that you want to do? Like, that's pretty crazy that we're going through that.